That's a brilliant, beautiful goal he just scored. Cutting inside, once again a goal. Going for the bottom corner and finding it sweetly. And the way he shoots is a bit weird. Right now, this celebration is taking the place by storm. You know what it is. You know whose celebration this is. Viktor Gyökeres. And so we're going to take a look into some of his clips. We're going to see, because most Arsenal fan, you see, this is what I'm saying. We're so reactionary. Most of us are saying that, yes, game. As soon as something comes up about a striker, yes, game, yes, game, yes, game. And we just flip-flop all the times. And I know that he's a good quality player, but let's take a look at, let's do a bit of an analysis on him, because what we got linked with Ivan Toney. Yes, let's get Ivan Toney. We get linked with Viktor Osimhen. Yes, let's get Viktor Osimhen. We get linked with Sesko. Yes, let's get Sesko. Every player will be, some Arsenal fan is all over the place, while some, no, I don't want him. 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 So there needs to be like a divider. There needs to be like a pros and cons list. And we're going to get into some of that pros and cons list today and see if Gyökeres is a better player for us than Viktor Osimhen. For me, I've been always saying Viktor Osimhen is my number one. Ivan Toney would be number two if we can't give Viktor Osimhen, but my number one would be Viktor Osimhen. So we're going to take a look and see if Gyökeres changed my mind in this clip today. So let's just get straight in it. So one thing we know about him so far, he scored 26 to 29 goals already this season. And another interesting about this guy is that he played for, guess who? They bought him 6 years, a Premier League team bought him 6 years ago. And this Premier League team, they're always snapping up all the best youngsters. Guess who it is? Obviously Brighton. It's Brighton all over. Brighton has always been getting these players on cheap. And we know, because they bought him when he was 19. Right now, I think he's about 25. They bought him when he was 19. Who does that remind you of? Even Ferguson. Brighton is always snapping up these young talent. I don't know, but the scouting network has been on point for a long time. It's not just the past few seasons, it's for a very long time. So after big Brighton, some big up, even though they didn't sell him for much money, eventually Sporting bought him for 20 million. I think it was around that ballpark area, but he was playing for a championship team. Brighton sold him to Coventry, and then Coventry sold him for 20 mil. So he's been around the block, and one of the best things is that he's played in the English league. He's played in not the English Premier League, but he's played in championship, which is a very good and hard and sturdy league to play in, to get acquainted to the English game. He played 46 games for Coventry last season and scored 21 goals. So that's almost a goal every other match. So he done very well for Coventry. He done very well in the English game. So no doubt you'll be thinking, can he come and adapt? He can, because he's already done it in England. So that's nothing to worry about on that side of things, which something that you might consider when it comes down to a Viktor Osimhen. Is he going to come and hit the ground running? It's the same thing with Sesko. Is he going to come and hit the ground running? We see that that's something going already for Gyökeres. So straight off the bat, for me, he runs wild. He runs like a wild animal. Look at the way he runs. He just looks like an animal, like a machine. He runs a bit like, it reminds me of Haaland that plays for City when he's running. He just runs aggressive, like he'll break the ground or smash it through it. He just runs aggressive, brilliant pass, cutting back on his outside foot curl. Nice little nutmeg. He's not scared to try. Look at that, the strength. And that's another thing that we see Haaland has been touted for this season, that anyone that goes shoulder to shoulder with Haaland will always be left off worse. And it's not, he can't be compared to Saliba. We see that Saliba dominated him twice. We've played against them, but when it comes down to this guy, when it comes to Haaland done that for against most teams in this season and last season since he came to City. He's been absolutely destroying defenders, and we can see that this guy looks like a similar build. He's not as tall as Haaland, but he's of the same structure. He's even bigger bodily in terms of his width, in terms of his muscle mass. He looks like he's perhaps even bigger than Haaland. So that's one thing going from. He's quick. You can see that he's very quick. Look at the starting pace, and he's very strong. He's very strong in challenges. He's a very good duel winner. Look at that, very good duel winner. which is something we love. Arteta loves that in his team. You see, Jesus is a very good ball winner, and so is Havertz. And he bought Havertz for 60 million, which most people did not want us to get. And so far, he's been doing good. Brilliant goal. And he's a clinical finisher. He's a finisher. I know that Masada will be watching this and enjoying this clip because Masada loves a good finisher. You know Masada that comes on the channel a few times and looks like this guy is a clinical finisher, getting 21 goals for Coventry in 46 games, already getting 29 goals this season. He has to be a very good finisher. In the Portuguese league, he's playing for Sporting Lisbon, no doubt. He's still racking up quality goals. So for me, those are a few things, guys. I don't believe Osimhen is a clinical. Well, Osimhen is a clinical finisher, but I don't think Osimhen is an out and out goal scorer, I should say, because we see some of the chances Osimhen miss. I'm like, wow. But because he gets loads of chances, he scores a lot of goals. But sometimes Osimhen miss some chances that make me wonder, nah, man, he shouldn't be missing that. But Gyökeres is look at that. He's a very, very good finisher. Clean strike off the ball on his left, on his right. He's very good finisher. Look at that finish. Brilliant finish. So that's the thing I see so far. This guy plays just like Haaland. And it's not necessarily a bad thing because even Højlund, the Man United striker, I'm saying that the way I've seen him play, he also played a bit like Haaland. And I'm saying that if we can get a striker like this, I don't mind, because I don't think we've got Jesus that can play in many different can play different ways as a striker. We've got Havertz that can also play different way as a striker for us, but we haven't got that clinical finisher, that person that wherever he is on the whenever he's in the box or on the 18-yard box, you can find that goal. He can find wherever, and this is the things that we've been missing in tight matches and difficult matches. Someone that can just pick up the ball, eye for a goal, and find that bottom corner or the top corner. And I believe that this guy has it. This is the only goal I've seen him score. I've checked his stats and he only scored one header, which is that's a bad thing for me. I've been saying that I need a striker that's very tall. That's why I love Ivan Toney and Victor Osimhen, because they're quite tall. Osimhen gets a few header goals, not as much as he should, but that might be the way the team plays. But I believe that this guy, he looks a bit tall as well, looks a bit like strong, that he could be good in the air as well. So I believe that he should be getting more goals on his head. Perhaps it's another thing where the team plays different in terms of they don't do much ball crosses, so he won't get much header in. I don't know that side of the things, but for me, looking at the stats, getting one goal as a header for the whole season, he should have more. So that's something that goes against him. I want a striker that can basically get us a tight situation by scoring a few headers, because teams know us to play this. Teams know us to play this passing and movement game. So we need to be diversifying the way we attack. He's always playing on the shoulders of the defender most of the time, but look, he's dropping from deep, attacking down the wing, so he's comfortable to play anywhere. And I love that, the way he's so strong and getting around defenders or beating the defenders at the byline and chipping the ball over defenders. He can do everything. But one thing that I really enjoy is his finishing. He's a clinical, sweet finisher. Reminds us of Eduardo. Well, it reminds me of Eduardo, the way he finishes. I think Eduardo is one of the best finishers Arsenal has ever had. And this guy, he reminds me of him. Clinical goal. Brilliant goal at the front post. That's a beautiful goal he's just scored. Cutting inside, once again a goal. Going for the bottom corner and finding it sweetly. And the way he shoots is a bit weird. He doesn't hit it with his instep. It's like it's a half and half. Brilliant goal. That wasn't a half and half. He put his foot through it, his side foot through it. Brilliant finish shot. He's good in the defensive side of the game as well, because obviously he's big and he's strong and he's aggressive. He's good in duels. Brilliant cross, good assist. Yeah, he's also got 10 assists this season. So basically, he's got about 39 goals contribution this season. So that's very good. That's absolutely good. And look, you can see he doesn't give up. He doesn't give up. He's on the floor. He's gonna get back up and play his game. No messing about. Strong in challenges. Strong in duels. Very good decision making to be doing that pass right there. He's not selfish. Look how quick he is. I don't know if the guys on the ball was slow or he's just too quick, but he runs like a machine, man. He runs like Haaland. He runs like Haaland to me. So he plays a bit like Hodgland for Man United and Haaland for Man City. If we can get a striker like this, look at that finish. That's like a Mesut finish in terms of hitting the ball on the floor, bouncing it over the keeper. That's a clinical finish right there. Going around the keeper, can he finish it off? Let's see if he's got the text to finish that off. Yes, he does. Brilliant goal. So he scores different types of goals. So it's not like he does tap-ins. Look at that finish. I love... This is how you know a good player. When he scores so many different type of goals on his left, on his right. It's not just tap-ins as I said before. Because often when we see clips like these, we only see guys doing tap-ins. But this guy, he's scoring from different angles, from different foots. Left foot, right foot. I've only seen him score one on the other, which is poor for me. But the fact that he's willing to take loads of shots from outside the 18-yard box, for me, that's a very good sign. Shows how confident he is in his ball striking ability. He's always riding challenges as well. He's not scared to go in, knowing that he might get clamped. He's very brave. He's very brave. Beating defender like he's not there. Press. That's one of it. Oh, what a finish! What a finish! That's something you know. It's very straight away as soon as we start watching his clips. And that's another headed goal. That's another headed goal. So that's 2 headed goals for him. Another thing that we notice is that he's good on the high press. Brilliant finish. What a run and what a finish. He's very good on the high press, and Arteta loves players that press high and aggressive. So I can see Arteta loving. This is what I believe Arteta, one of the reasons why Arteta loves Eddie Nketiah, because he's aggressive, and he's aggressive on the high press. He presses very high, and he's an aggressive player. Sometimes he even get yellow card to how aggressive he plays when he's closing down. Brilliant finish, brilliant run, brilliant finish. He's a very good runner in terms of peeling off the back. Three goals on the head. That's good. I didn't realize he scored 3 goals on headers. So this don't show. When I check his stats, he only show that he look at that's another header. On his stat, he only show that he got 1 headed goal. So I don't understand. The videos. This is why sometimes you have to compare the videos, because so far he scored about 4 headed shots. So this is why sometimes you have to do the eye test with the stats, because the stats not saying it. I don't know why. But so far I've seen 4 goals. That's a brilliant finish underneath the keeper. What is he gonna do? Shrugging off a player, but we didn't see the finish to that attack. Brilliant cross, got over the top. That's a poor header. He headed that and missed, but he's clinical enough to finish it on the second try. Brilliant finish. He's a poacher, so you can see that he's a poacher. He's a clinical finisher. He can be a very good header of the ball if he's not already, because I haven't seen much of him doing that. He's got a very good awareness, very good positioning skill. He's got very good eye press. He's very good at penalties because he's finding the corners. Take a few penalties for Sporting, and he scored them. He's very strong in duels. He's got a lot. He's got a lot going for him. He's got a lot going for him. Brilliant finish off the post and in. Another penalty. Brilliant finish. This is a penalty section. He has a few penalties. So all in all, this player is absolutely quality. And it's not just this season. I hate when people make assessment of one good season of a player. We see that he's been playing. He scored 21 goals for Coventry, which is in the championship last season, and that's not a good easy thing to do. Also, he's played for Brighton. Brighton signed him, and Brighton has been coaching him, and we see that Brighton has an eye for talent. So if we could forget everything we saw today, bear in mind that Brighton signed this guy when he was 19, 6 years ago. Just know that this is a deal. This is a very good player that we've got potentially on our hands. So am I going to choose him over Osimhen? I don't think so. There's still something in my heart with Osimhen. I believe that Osimhen can make us world class. And I have been saying that, listen, this is the final puzzle to get a quality striker. The only thing, if this guy can be very good, good in the headers, good in the air as well, and score some good headers, for me, I would take him over Osimhen. That's what I need. I need variation. Look, we've been saying that we've not been scoring much goals this season, and we see that that's a fallacy because right now we're the second highest scorers in the league, considering Man City's got Haaland, considering Liverpool's got Salah and that strike force, they've only got outscored by 1 goal this season. And the same last season, we were outscoring different bare teams last season. So it's not the fact that we can't score. It's just that in tight matches, can we score different type of goals? And this is why I believe that we need players that can score headers. That's why I believe that we've been lacking so far. So hopefully going forward, the striker that we'll be getting, hopefully it's Viktor Osimhen, but if it's not and it's Gyökeres, hopefully Gyökeres can add that to our game, or hopefully he can be that type of player to be basically bringing us to that level and different dimension of the game. So that's the video, guys. Let me know in the comments, who would you rather? I'm gonna do a highlight in Sesko as well and Ivan Ferguson. So these are the 3 strikers David Ornstein basically linking us with, and we've took a look on Gyökeres today. We're gonna take a look on Sesko, and we're gonna also take a look at Ferguson. So that's the video, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Help me on my journey to 1,000 subs. Don't forget, we're going to be having about 1 or 2 giveaways when I reach 1,000 subs. So make sure you support my channel. Make sure you leave comments. Make sure you like the videos. And make sure you share. Catch you in the next one. Goodbye.